country and not considered a narco state. You would think that you would see Liberian nationals or co-conspirators at the residence in a very difficult time. But we are looking at foreign nationals here in a contract.
Chief, so folks, welcome to DN News Liberia. We're live somewhere around the Rias community where the joint security of Liberia has arrested huge consignment of drugs earlier on. The Minister of Information, Jeremiah Mafia, announced that the joint security has arrested huge consignment of drugs. So these are the suspects. These are foreigners. So we're here in the compound of where the consignment of drugs. So as you're aware, this is a joint security operations comprising of the ERU, PSU, and some members of the Executive Protection Service. So these are the foreign nationals that were caught during the joint operations. You know, saying home matches. So they say that according to the Minister of Information, this is a very huge consignment of drugs, more than that is believed to be more than the US 19 million consignment of drugs that was arrested on the 8th of June. He's been handcuffed. Both of them have been handcuffed. Both of these suspects are being handcuffed here. This seems to be like a foreign national, but these are joint security operations. We're here in a compound around the Rias where so this is a vehicle here. We don't know exactly as to whether this is where the drugs were kept, the huge consignment of drugs were kept. We can tell you, but we're saying windshields have been cracked and broken into, and we're saying all the materials here. Like we told you, this is a joint security operation here where so breaking news, huge consignment of drugs have been arrested by the joint security of the Liberia following a major arrest that was made on the 8th of June of this year. US 19 million drugs. Like we told you, the Minister of Information announced that this huge consignment is believed to be more than the US 19.2 million consignment of drugs that were captured by the joint security of Liberia on the 8th of June. So we show you the suspects. Okay. So this guy is head for one of the suspects that were caught since the leader arrived here. Don't raise the motherfucker up, man. Don't raise yourself with that. Man. Handcuff, but I've been talking, man. I keep on breaking that handcuff in the drink on the eye. I've been looking at ordinary man to you. So we listen to a authority saying that in some other on drugs, strong substance. All right, man. That's okay. Thank you. So, DN News. Two passes, my man. DN News. Okay, the rather you wait. So we'll now be taken to where. No problem. So instructions have been given that we shouldn't touch anything. Wow. So
do not touch anything.
So this is the huge consignment of drugs arrested, then packaged in bags.
You hurry, you hurry up.
So these are the huge quantity of drugs. Wow, this is a whole house where drugs are being stored. Whole house.
Many things to the joint security team.
Whole house, folks. I can tell you, a whole house where huge consignment of drugs were being kept. Folks, I can tell you that whole house. It is a whole house where a huge consignment of drugs were being kept. We are saying the director is.
We see from what I see in there.
Wow, folks, this is actually concerning. No, breaking news: huge consignment of drugs. Yeah, we just went there. I think this is the storage hall. Yeah, this is where the drugs were being kept. This whole house, the entire whole house, you don't have human beings living here, but drugs are being kept in this identical house. I went there, we saw the entire house is being filled with a huge quantity of drugs. The entire house, folks, thanks to the joint security, the entire house is where the huge consignment of drugs, I say, is more than the US, yes, what I've seen so far, to the kitchen, the sitting room, other parts of the places where, as all part of the house, drugs are being kept there. What we cannot tell you as the weather, exactly this quantity is more than the US 19 million, but as announced earlier on by the Minister of Information that the quantity arrested is more than the. So weapon.
And it looks so foreign.
So
I have
weapon.
never seen a weapon
So
like
weapon.
that in the country. So you can tell. Get a shot of it for. Again, if you are just joining us, we are coming to
So
you
folks,
from
a
a
weapon
residence
was
in the
caught
DOA
in
area,
this
coming to you
house,
from
in
the
this
DOA
place where the
house
drugs
here.
were
What
being
we've
kept.
seen here, first it was alleged that there were so many drugs in and about
So
the
folks,
place.
excluding huge consignment of drugs, a weapon, a small gun were also seen to where the drugs were being kept. The police were able to detect. The police was able to detect in a black bag, a black bag.
Of the joint security, all of the top they are calling us.
So we have been told that any moment from now, the huge consignment of drugs will be brought out.
Carry the material, pulling the pickup, you can't wear gloves to help to get the stuff off.
Okay. So any moment from now, the huge consignment of drugs will be brought out. Okay. Folks, I can tell you, it is very shocking, very shocking to see an entire house is being stored. Drugs are being stored. The illegal substances are being stored in this house. Very huge. Every part of this house, where you go, in the kitchen, in the sitting room, in other rooms, other places, you see drugs are being kept there. So any moment from now, those drugs, those huge consignment of drugs in there will be brought out. Like we told you, this is a joint security operations. Here somewhere around the Baptist Seminary in the Rehabs end. This is where we are. Breaking news, very breaking news. Wherever you are, breaking news. The joint security of Liberia have arrested huge consignment of drugs. Where you have, I do believe that It should be more than 2 rooms in here where all part of this house drugs were being kept. Yeah, so they were able to have arrested 2 suspects. They were able to have arrested 2 suspects, of which they seem to be of foreign nationality. And also the police was able to detect a weapon there in a black bag, and of which the police the joint security operators were able to handcuff those suspects and also detect a weapon that was being kept in that house, along with the huge consignment of drugs. This is DN News Liberia, and of course, I'm Wires 5th Yimpa reported this is a joint security operations here around the Baptist Seminary, somewhere in the rehabs, and where the joint security of Liberia have arrested a huge quantity of drugs. I cannot tell you what kind of drugs is it, but very, very huge quantity of drugs have been arrested by the joint security of Liberia. So now see that truck is reversing here. The truck is reversed. This is where the drugs will be placed. Then will be taken to whatever place that will be kept for follow. Like we saw a huge, one of the suspects, very, very huge, of which the police said that you were into high substance. According to the police, they detected you were into a very high illegal substance. You could see your expression. You could see how all of your veins on your face is standing. So this is where the drugs will be brought. So like we are told, the joint security been here since morning hour. Wow, this is another drug bust. Folks, I can tell you this quantity of the quantity of a huge consignment of drugs that I have seen here, along with other schools of media practitioners here. I can tell you it's very, very huge. Imagine a house, an entire house is being full of illicit substances, where illicit substances are being kept. So we hope to hear from the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police to give us, to tell us exactly the amount or quantity of illicit substance that was arrested here by the joint security. But these substances will now be brought out and will be placed into this truck, where you see instructions are now being given to security personnel, instructing them to wear gloves. They have been instructed to wear gloves. Wow. Let me show you the 2 suspects. The 2 suspects. This is. Do you care to give a view on this? Okay. But you are saying something like. Okay, so now these drugs are now being brought out. So in a white bag. Wow, folks, you see it there. You can see it for yourself. You can see it for yourself. This is the rehabs end around the Baptist Seminary along the RIA highway. So these are the substances being brought out, well packaged in a white bag, white money bag. So folks, breaking news, huge quantity of drugs have been arrested and will be confiscated by the joint security of Liberia. Kudos to the joint security of Liberia. Like we were told, the joint security were here up to since this morning up to now. So it has been bundled, now being placed in this police vehicle right in front of the. So another drug bust
and establish the type of drugs that they package it. So we are here to verify these.
So, folks, we told you that we can identify the kind of illicit substances being kept in these bags or these boxes. Yes, we can identify all of them except where joint security authorities will not brief us to tell us exactly what these substances are. But two foreign nationals were caught who is allegedly believed to be the importer and the distributor of these substances. Folks, this entire yellow house is where these illicit substances were being kept. You don't have human being living. I would say where they live is where but behind this house is where you have them living. But the entire front view, the entire house at the forefront here, it is where you have these substances being kept up part of the area, even the kitchen, in the sitting room, in up part of the rooms, in other part of the house as well. You have illicit substances being kept here.
So we are here successful as we speak. So these are the packages have been discovered in the.
So these are the bundle boxes that are well packaged, that are now being brought out, placed in this police truck one after the other.
Showcase on the discovery of a huge consignment of drugs that have been discovered here by the junta force of the Liberia.
Kudos to the joint security for such operation. They did extremely well. Extremely well. You can share this live breaking news following a month and some weeks after US 19.2 million drugs was confiscated by the joint security of Liberia. Also another one after a month and some weeks, another huge quantity, another huge consignment. I'm being very emphatic or placing emphasis on the huge, because the analysis has been bundled in another suitcase. Wow. This is actually shocking, though. Actually shocking. So this is DNS Liberia.
Glad that we are here. So Hassan, I hope you are capturing all the boxes being poured into the police truck.
Yes.
How many have you counted?
So we're somewhere around the RIA highway, around the Reaps, just after the Liberia's Baptist Seminary here along the RIA highway, where the joint security have confiscated and arrested a very huge drugs. Folks, sorry, welcome back. Our phone got hot due to the temperature here, a sunny day here. So the continuation of the hoarding of these illicit drugs continues here.
Action here we see. We have police, and they are bringing out.
So like we told you, we see joint security heads here, the likes of Inspector General Cracker or W. Coleman, the EPS boss Sam Gay, and other heads of other security apparatus. They are also here. So that's the so
coming, but I think you see plenty here. And the IG, has just.
So now seeing the IG of the Inspector, the IG of Liberia National Police, Inspector General Cracker O.W. Coleman, along with the head of the Executive Protection Agency, Sam Gay. They both are here. They both carry on this joint operation here in along the RIA highway. I don't believe that the amount of quantities they see in this house, all of what can fit in this truck. Yeah, folks, I can tell you that they cannot fit here actually. Huge consignment, very, very huge consignment.
Events here as they unfold. We have people, we have onlookers right in the building overlooking the compound where the drug was confiscated. I'm sure when people are just in shock that around the neighborhood it's a drug bust, and they are not even aware of what's going on. They probably thought they were just nice neighbors, and of course we need to find out that these drug issues here in this community, especially this road.
I wonder how they got this thing on a plane or through.
So questions are now being raised, questions are now being asked as to how were these huge consignments of drugs brought into Liberia. Yeah, questions are now being asked, questions are now being raised as to how this huge consignment of drugs were brought into this country. People are asking how did it happen? So the process continues where these drugs are being placed into a police vehicle, being brought out from where it was kept for a very long time.
I've heard of drug busts, but to have a whole assignment of this nature in the house.
So you now see residents are there watching. See, the residents are now watching as the operation unfolds here.
I mean, a full-grown man is dropping the police. Can you imagine that?
So now see the officer in charge of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, that's Fediras Biako, just arrived here from my end. I don't know so what he has been around. Like who told you, this is a joint security operations. He's the officer there. He has been exchanged there with the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. Very in conversation with the officer in charge of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. So now we have 3 authorities of different security apparatuses here.
Did you guys see the truck?
Yeah, we saw the van. That van. The black van.
Yeah, I think that's an operation van. I'm very sure.
Yeah, so
The van is black van.
we have 3 security apparatus here. Yeah. And
the drugs keep coming, keep bringing out the
for the past 20 minutes, drugs keep coming out of this house and being placed into this truck, the back of this truck.
Watching LNTV here, the UA community, where major drug bust has taken place. And we have the joint security here. We are looking at, we are looking at the truck. We're looking at, almost halfway full.
We have been told this is the Liberia Baptist Seminary community. Yes,
We have been robbed in
like we have been told, this is Liberia Baptist Seminary community, right around where the residence of Senator Maki Latona Maki is where we are.
The pseudonyms they've given them to disguise the content of those boxes. We have Coco, MP. There's another one marked Coco. So maybe anyone who may be suspicious of anything, you will see that where that Coco, This is huge for the joint security. There's another one has come out again, says Coco. A couple of bags, boxes of cocoa. This one has PM.
Are they writing names? Just see.
Was the 1C was written on it?
We'll try to identify some of the sub levels. Let's say write names on it, each of the boxes. We are saying writing on each of these boxes. But we'll try to identify the names.
So we see IG Cobalt coming up. IG Cobalt is here.
So instructions are now being given by the Inspector General Gregory Coleman. Table will be placed before us.
Inspector General Gregory Coleman is here. They are now bringing the table.
So I do believe that
testing kits. I'm sure these are testing kits to see what sort of materials are there.
So a testing kit has been brought.
So we're going to see whether it's methamphetamine or one of these things.
Don't know which of the substance. So
different
cocaine test on this year. Those are the results. This is the color we are chasing. Which is this blue color here. Oh, yeah. This blue color here. Once I appear there, that means it's cocaine.
okay.
So we are going to about to start the test.
So test will not be done.
Testing the
Substances that
the liquid, the powder, and they are doing the testing right here before us to identify the kind of substance it is. So they're taking that from a little pouch and put it in there. Shake it well.
so testing is not being done on these substances.
Shake it. Now, once it turns to blue, it means a cocaine.
So cocaine, one of the substances. So one of the substances, one of the tests carried on has been identified as cocaine. So cocaine has been identified as part of the drugs. Yeah. So cocaine. So now folks will get carried that huge quantity of cocaine. Huge quantity of cocaine has been arrested. So breaking news, folks. At first we couldn't tell you exactly what kind of illicit substance was this, but now it's been confirmed by a test that was carried on right before schools, media practitioners here, and it was confirmed to us right before the camera that cocaine. So a test carried on a few minutes ago on these illicit substance confirmed that it is not cocaine. Huge quantity.
Cocaine. The test was conducted right before our very eyes, and the test has proven positively that it is actually cocaine. So what they normally do, they will put it in a little pouch containing pink liquid and pink white liquid. And once it turns into blue, it becomes it identifies the kind of substance it is. We're able to identify that the substance in the bag that they're transporting is actually cocaine, because they've already been.
So a test, breaking news, a test was carried on. Another cocaine has been arrested. Yes, quite recently we witnessed the arrest of US $19.2 million cocaine, and also another batch of cocaine, another huge consignment of cocaine has been arrested by the drone security of Liberia. So another cocaine. We yet to know the quantity and the money value, of this this identical quantity of cocaine, huge consignment of cocaine that has been arrested here by the Joint Security.
Deputy Director General of Technical Services, Buffalo, D-Flow, Patrick Oka, and myself will be here to bring you some of these events, and especially the truck is being loaded with all these substances that have been seized. We will try to make our way in the moment to see behind the scenes what's going on. Maybe I want to say there's a truck behind there which may have been used for the transport of these dangerous substances. We'll probably go and look inside if we are permitted. But maybe we don't want to disturb
for the past 30 minutes we have been here, and then the boxes keep coming out. These boxes keep coming up for the past 20 minutes. The past 20 minutes.
So there are so many other stuff.
Drugs continue to be pulled out, as you see from every
He's
corner
standing with
here.
Deputy Director General for Public Affairs, Patrick Oka. And of course, they are looking
So
around.
these drugs are still being pulled out.
Into groups and
Yeah, they've been placed into this truck.
Already decided what to do, but
Right for us here.
they are working around the crime scene to ensure that it's protected. But the consignment is still coming up. Yeah. We can't tell exactly how much we have in the truck, but it does appear that, you know, I'm sure it's more than 100. For what we've been seeing, the guys have made it. Now this one is wrapped up in a military fatigue. In a military fatigue. Yeah.
So breaking news: another cocaine, another consignment of cocaine has been arrested by the Joint Security of Liberia following a recent drug bust of $19.2 million cocaine that was arrested at the Rabos International Airport and was still around the RIA Highway in the Baptist Seminary community, where another huge consignment, very huge consignment of drugs, of cocaine, specifically cocaine, has been arrested. So they could listen to the Minister of Information telling us that this huge quantity of cocaine value could be more than, I'm quoting the Minister of Information, who earlier on a few minutes ago announced that this huge consignment of cocaine arrested could be, and money value could be more than the US $19.2 million. So like I told you, a previous test was conducted right before us here, and then it was confirmed that this drugs has been bundled into bags, into suitcases. It's now cocaine. Yes, we're speaking from the test that was conducted right before our eyes. Like I told you, this is a joint security operations. Yeah, we're saying that the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Colonel Gregory O.W. Coleman, also officer in charge of Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, and also the Executive Director of the Liberia Executive Protection Agency. So we are yet to know the monetary value of these drugs, but it has been confirmed to us by a test that was done before us that this drugs, huge consignment of drugs, is cocaine. It is cocaine. So, folks, this is DNS Liberia and DN News Liberia here in the Baptist Seminary community. So now see the Inspector General is now walking hands on your waist.
Before even bringing them into the
so hope to hear from Joint Security authorities here who will give a briefing on this entire operation, how was it done, and like we told you, two suspects were arrested, and they are believed to be foreign nationals. They are believed to be foreign nationals.
Police is working assiduously to make sure that everything is brought into the plan. This is the biggest drug bust I've seen. I've seen drugs on TV. This one could be very involved with us.
I see.
In the courtroom coverage, it surprises me that. Look at this big old truck.
Look at it. Nigga iPhone. Nigga iPhone. Or plug it up here. Oh, you see. So, George Key being pulled out from this house, like we told you, this entire house was used as a storage hall. Yes, this entire house was being used as a storage hall where these huge consignment of drugs were being kept. Yes, these huge consignment of drugs were being kept into this house. All part of this place, of this house, like we told you, what we did see that in the kitchen, in the sitting room, other places within this house, all part of this place, of this identical house, drugs were being stored there. For what we did see, we were privileged to have entered this place and to give you the clear view of the quantity of drugs that was in this house. So the breaking news: another huge consignment of cocaine has been arrested. Another huge consignment of cocaine has been arrested here in the Liberia Baptist Seminary community. A huge consignment of drugs, specifically cocaine. Well, we hope we are yet to know the monetary value of this huge consignment of cocaine here that has been arrested by the drone security. But two persons were arrested and they have been identified as suspects. They are two foreign nationals that were arrested with a weapon. Of course, you were shown a weapon that was detected by the drone security here with a black back bear. So we're seeing conversation there, the RG of police officer in charge, in a silent conversation there.
Please tell us. The comments are so many. Let them open the bags. Peter Johnson writes. Thanks for the good work, guys. Thanks to you as well.
So that's the deputy director of operation going to there, passing before our camera, and Drugs are continue to be pulled out. These drugs are still being pulled out here.
Police continue to hold drugs in this water for more than an hour. Police continue to drugs out of this.
Is it Chief? Coming in, Chief?
I think we'll let you know whether the Inspector General will brief the press.
Okay, so
now we are busy.
okay, so we are hoping to hear as well the authorities of the Georgia Security will speak to the media to give us more detailed information.
You see us about the bag, you see Coco.
So a previous test was carried on, and it was identified that cocaine is part of these illicit substances that were arrested. Cocaine is part of it. Like we have been told, cocoa is also part of it. Like we have been told, unless another test is conducted. So folks, this is DNS Liberia, live from the Baptist Seminary community around the residence of former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, the residence of former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, now Senator Makibe County, around his place. This is where we are in the Liberia's Baptist Seminary community.
And then we have DM News. Is that correct?
Yeah.
DM News, your name is?
Uraros Impan.
What?
Uraros Impan.
Uraros Impan is here for DM News. Thanks to Chokon and his buddy, what his name again?
Aaron Kuban, manager.
Tell them Debo A show today.
So that's the deputy director there for New Media, Liberia Broadcasting System, D-Flow. Commending schools of journalists here who have come to do what they have signed up for.
So my prediction is coming through, right? Just as I predicted a few days ago that was a failed protest, this is about to happen again. I'm a predictor. Politicians need to come to me now for me to predict if you win election, right? Do the man for you. No, you will not win. Forecast the result of the election. So we are here. We have gone half of the truck here, LMP1. Many blue are here doing their job. Fantastic work. We must commend the Liberia National Police. From the protest to this day, Gregory is the man.
Kudos to the Georgia Security for such unique operation, very excellent operation. And we 2 suspects were caught. 2 foreign suspects were caught. They are foreign nationals. Yes, they are not Liberians. The 2 suspects that were apprehended or that arrested, they are not Liberians. They are not Liberians. They are foreign nationals. But we hope you to know their nationality, which country they are from. Okay. So we have been told that the abbreviation for cocaine is cocoa. Yeah, we have been told that the abbreviation for cocaine is cocoa. And so you see that? You see that? You see that? It's been written on the cocoa, C-O-C-O, or in capital letters, or being written in capital letters, COCO. We're told that the abbreviation, I didn't know this, sorry for that, I didn't know this, that the abbreviation for cocaine is COCO, being spelled out COCO. It's been written on these bags.
Because every building is owned by somebody, right? So maybe somebody rented this building to them. I think they are almost. I think we did not. Well, it's not a whole truck. They are packaging.
So you see the wrapping.
Yes, we will go all the way to AT. I mean, go to the headquarters.
Protesting at it?
Police. See if they have to talk to the press.
So a little further, the entire COSAC, the huge quantities arrested could fill this truck, this NMP's truck, but
not there yet.
But we don't know also whether the
that will come to pass.
The pulling of these trucks out of this house has been completed.
There are a few boxes will make that a full truck load.
And now, subsequently, is beat down the 19 million.
So saying bags, blocks.
They are bags, empty bags.
Saying black bags, black traveling bags, black traveling bags. Some are empty, some have something in it, while some no.
This one has Puma on it. This one has the description of Puma. This one has.
So the previous bags that were brought, that was brought out, were empty. Another badge being brought out. It has items in it. We don't know what kind of items. But
this one has sport with huge. We don't know what bags, but for sure we can tell you that they have been tested to have cocaine among the bags.
I'm not sure that the equipment is meant to produce.
The man in blue, Reverend Coleman, everybody had you. State Radio is bringing you this
Chief Journalist
on social media and on radio. As well as also on radio.
So additional traveling bags were brought out. Don't know what is in it. We don't know what is in it for additional traveling bags. Still being brought out here.
It looks like my prediction will not come to pass today, but at least it's close to it. I don't think they're done yet. When they are, and then we will ride in a convoy. I think we're going to have
So we're told that the entire drugs that was stored in there.
And I think this man should drive this.
So I think efforts have been made to bring out these two suspects validly arrested. So one of the suspects.
Let's go.
One of the suspects.
I've been arrested.
I mean, winner. Excuse, officer, excuse. Officer, excuse.
What is the name? He doesn't want to speak. Okay, we understand he doesn't speak English. This is the next guy here. Handcuffed and put at the back of the pickup right here. This is where we are.
My bag? Get my bag? Oh. My bag left in the car. So folks are trying to get a vehicle here. Push you. Folks are making efforts to get us in here. You know, you want to do? My bed left in the car. The beast. No, the beast.
The headquarters of the Liberia National Police.
Oh God. Do what?
Get here, man. You go to the
Yeah. So folks, now the drugs will now be transported to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. Yes. These are beast. It's still huge.
What to do? Don't worry. You got that? You got that?
No, no space now.
No space.
Yeah, go in there. No, the journalist.
He's riding with the beast. So,
now we're not moving.
So you see the vehicle right there, the Land Cruiser that is marked PSU5 and written on it, Beast. That's the vehicle. These two guys are currently in, and they will be taken to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police.
This police truck where these drugs
is the drug.
So now see schools of residents. So these are residents.
So people are shouting and rejoicing and thanking the Liberia National Police for confiscating these huge quantities of drugs.
So people are thanking the drone security for such an operation in done here. They are thanking the government for such Oh no, take that. Amen. I will sit on the ground. I'll sit on the ground. I'll sit on the ground. Well, I tell you, try on there. So this police vehicle that's written on it, the Beast PSU5 is where you have these two foreign suspects where they are, and of course they are now being taken to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. So huge quantity of drug, cocaine specifically.
Very huge quantity of drugs confiscated by the Liberia National
So, escort vehicle along with EPS bus. So the policeman. So you see, residents are now thanking the John security. So folks, we're now en route to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police, leaving the Baptist Seminary community along the RIA highway where huge quantity, very huge quantity of cocaine that was tested right before us.
So I think that these drugs might be more than the 19 million. I'm not saying that it's more than, but I think it's going to be more than the 19 million.
So with the huge quantity of cocaine that we did see, it could be in terms of monetary value. It could be more than the US 19.2 million value. Drugs that was arrested a month and a week ago at the Rabat International Airport. But it did see several residents commending the government for such efforts to arresting such huge quantity and these alleged dealers. And
so we are hailing to the Liberia National Police headquarters. You saw the Police Inspector General Gregory Coleman, but what I didn't see
that would told you this.
He was not here. He was not.
He's here.
Okay, so I just got the intel that he was here.
He's on the car.
So I think he.
So that would told you this is a joint operation. Liberia National Police, Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, along with the Executive Protection Agency Executive Director, SMK.
Thank you.
So we're now en route to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, where the huge consignment of cocaine will be kept. That could tell you, an entire house, a whole house, where not a human being living in it. You have huge quantities. You see?
Are you proud of the police?
You see, these are residents thanking the John security here for the operation.
So few of us as we were.
So this is DNS Liberia. Folks, this is what we go through. I mean, I'm really taking that out. I'm really taking.
So the huge consignment of drugs was confiscated here in
BOA community where around the Miami County Senator's house, right on that avenue. Right on that avenue, when you drive in a little bit, there where the police confiscated this huge quantity of drugs.
So folks are en route to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, where the huge quantity of drugs arrested is not en route to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. Of course, there has been ongoing investigation following a major arrest made on the Roberts International Airport on the 8th of June of this year, 2026. And today is the 21 day of July, making it 1 month, 2 weeks, some days that there has been ongoing major investigation into the US $19.2 million cocaine. Of course, this is the same cocaine that has been arrested that we told you earlier on. A test was done right before us by security experts, and then it was confirmed. It was confirmed right before camera that the huge quantity of drugs arrested on today, a few minutes ago, it is cocaine. So another huge, very huge quantity of cocaine has been arrested by the Jones Security. Kudos to the Jones Security. In 2 months, in the course of 2 months, major operations have been successful by the Jones Security of Liberia, comprising of the Liberia Drugs Enforcement Agency, the Liberia National Police, and other security apparatus. So like we told you, we did see the executive director of the Executive Protection Agency, the executive director of the EPS, Executive Protection Agency, SMG, was also part of the operations. So that's the truck. That's the truck. I mean, no space here. So you can hear siren, vehicles with siren, just in line, right behind each other. Like we told you, we're not headed to the headquarters there of the Liberia National Police van in Central Monrovia, along Capitol Hill, where the huge consignment of cocaine arrested has now been taken to the fleets of police vehicles escorted. Folks, of course, Rars, Hiban, and DNS Liberia, you share this live broadcast right on us as well. And of course, it is 1 hour and 3 minutes. We have been on this live broadcast for from the house. The huge consignment was arrested, now en route to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. I told you this is a joint operation where a very huge quantity of drugs tested to be cocaine was arrested. Now see Liberians are not healthy. Liberians are not hailing the government for this, particularly the joint security operation for this. Folks slowly go away, still talk. This is DNS Liberia. We are en route in transit to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police, where the huge consignment of cocaine arrested a few minutes ago. Yeah, at the Baptist Terminal community, around the residence area of Senator Natana Mangill, where this huge quantity of cocaine was arrested.
So the biggest question right now, how these drugs enter the country?
So I've been reading comments under this live where scores of Liberians have been asking as to how this huge quantity of cocaine was imported into Liberia. So two major arrests in 2 months. So now see the car belonging to Inspector General Gregory Coma has stopped. I think
They're trying to refill the truck carrying this.
the convoy has stopped, and I think I don't know. Look, I mean, look, you know.
They have shut down the entire road. Hold on until
So the truck is being filled. Earlier on you saw schools. Yeah, I'm going. Sadress. Be audible.
What can you say to the Liberian National Police?
The joint security for such major arrest of a cocaine. Be audible.
Many things to them for the hard work.
So a brief stop has been made here. The truck carrying the huge consignment of cocaine is now being filled, now taking gasoline by a nearby, right at a nearby gas station here, where the vehicle belonging to the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, and also the vehicle belonging to. So we're getting signal that the truck has been filled. The intake of gasoline has now been completed by that truck, by that vehicle. Men are now retreating toward the various vehicles, and then we'll begin moving immediately. Now the truck is making.
The correction officer is following this convoy as well.
I mean, I think you do your spot the fumo. So we are now moving again after a brief stop was made for the truck to take gasoline. I think that has been completed, and we are now en route after a brief stop was made at this gas station here.
Very tight. Put your foot down, hold it very, very strong. As it's gonna fly.
Scores of Liberians are celebrating the joint security for such operation. Very excellent, as you are aware. In just a scope of 2 months, major confiscation of cocaine has been made by the joint security. On the 8th of June, another confiscation by joint security was made at the Rabos International Airport. And today happened to be the 21st day of July in the same year, 2026. Another major confiscation of the same quantity of cocaine, very huge quantity of cocaine has been arrested in the scope of 2 months. June and July has been a great month, massive operation, major arrest of huge quantities illicit substances. Like you witness several women celebrating the government, and as well as youths also thanking the government for such efforts to combating illicit drugs within our society. As you are aware, it has been one of the most challenging situations within our country to combat the trafficking of illicit drugs within our society. Of course, many families have been crying. They have lost their loved ones to the dreadful hands, of drugs. Of course, a made 19.2 million barrel cocaine investigation still ongoing. Another major cocaine arrest has been made. And of course, we're not in transit to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police Band in Central Monrovia, leaving the Baptist Seminary community along the RIA highway. Police of police vehicles escorting and of course, like we told you, 2 suspects were arrested and they are believed to be foreign national, but not. We haven't yet established their nationalities. Both of the nationalities were yet to establish which country they are from, but they are believed to be foreign national, where an entire house was being used as a storage for huge quantity of illicit substances, particularly cocaine. Now in the ELW community, ben uma machine de dos. Dos. wherever you are, this is DNS Liberia. We've been live for an hour and 14 minutes, some seconds. Bringing this live operation here from the Baptist Seminary community along the RIA Highway, and now headed back to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. Is that the drone security will now launch a full-scale, full-fledged, rigorous, thorough investigation into this. How did this huge quantity of cocaine manage to have come in Liberia? Who are the masterminds behind this? Of course, 2 persons have already been arrested, and they are not Liberians, they are foreign nationals, of which we have not yet established their nationality. But we hope to know the quantity of this huge cocaine that's arrested. Also hoping to know its monetary value. We hope authorities of the drone security will brief the media on this around the SKD Stadium, SKD Sports Stadium. Fast approaching the ELW junction. Fast approaching the roundabout around the ELW's junction, and now take the route of the Congo Town, ODS Congo Town.
Yeah, so we just arrived at LY Junction. This is LY Junction. And we're heading to the national police process.
Fast approaching the Tottenham Boulevard junction. Fast approaching the Tottenham Boulevard junction. Where we're still en route to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, where we're also anticipating a very short briefing to gave us some pieces of information, detailed information pertaining this operation. We still wanted to know the monetary value of this huge quantity of cocaine that has now been taken to the headquarters of Liberia National Police. Just 2 months, 2 major arrests. 2 months, 2 major arrests. Man, I tell you, Odious Congo Town, where we are now, around the Ministry of Health. See, Liberians are jubilating. Where this is DNS Liberia, of course, Rars Yipan. Fast approaching the EJS Ministerial Complex. That's the added Joseph Sierra Ministerial Complex where the Concord around 540 and fast approaching that, and so that's the truck. Trying to zoom in a bit. So, that's the truck there. Then got it behind. Men. Black Arrow coming up. I'm back up. Yeah, appearance at how to do it. So ongoing discussion about overhead bridge. Wow, dust after Belfast, folks. The president just in here attending even here at the EDS Ministerial Complex. I believe he has been signaled long time ago on this operation. What a rocky place we are. Fast approaching the Catholic Junction. Keep watching, keep share this live. This is still in Liberia, where drone security on a drone security operation, huge, and the rest of the huge quantity of cocaine was made there in the Baptist Seminary community along the RIA Road Highway. RIA Highway. So here comes Liberians. Everywhere we pass, see Liberians holding the government for such operations, such efforts being exhibited to combating illicit drug trafficking within Liberia. Still in Congo Town, approaching the car wash junction around the invisible sports park where we are fast approaching. I must say, under the stewardship of the current officer in charge, Fajires Biako, two major arrests were made under his stewardship as officer in charge, commending him. Of course, he's doing quite an excellent job here. is doing quite an excellent job under his stewardship as officer in charge of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, LDA. 2 major arrests were made. Same illicit substance, cocoa, abbreviated form of it, cocaine. Around the Vamoma Junction, had a single 24th Street single we are now. Now 16th Street. On 16th Street. There you go, Liberia's commanding John Security for such initiatives, such efforts. Hope one of these can be done. Street we are now, not too far from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, not really too far. I do believe if such efforts has been exhibited by the current joint security forces, I do believe in a period of 1 month, Liberia will make a gradual, significant progress in the combat against illicit substances in our society. Around 3rd Street, fast approaching the Monrovia City Hall. We are currently around the Monrovia City Hall in transit. Still heading to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, all the way there from the Baptist Seminary community along the RIA Highway, now around the main campus of the state-run university, the University of Liberia. Capitol Hill. Just right between the State-run university and now the grounds of Capitol building. Finally, we are not too far from the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, where a left turn will be made. Can I pass it with you? Can I pass it with you? Now at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police, where armed men have been deployed. As you're aware, there's been ongoing a major hearing here at the grounds of Temple of Justice. I think you're back now. You back up this vehicle, trying to back up this vehicle. Who's steers it? That's who. Thank you. Folks, yeah, where drops now been taken to. Yeah, the compound of the
Hello.
Okay, well, she stay back. Yeah, in the compound finally. So we'll see.
So now what we're going to do is to detail weigh in the tax value. Then we'll have a detailed press conference. But this is just what we asked the public over the last few weeks to be patient. Investigation was ongoing. This is the collaborative effort of the strength and the unity of the home security. I want to say thanks to all of the major players, especially the National Security Agency, the DA, the police, every lab, the EPS, everyone who have played a part in this. To the Liberian people, This is war becoming born. We said that this place was not open for cartel business, and I want to assure each and every one of you that we have the command and control of the cartel in custody, and they will be prosecuted. People will answer to the Lord. Thank you. I ask everyone to please give the case immediately.